It's 4:56 on Saturday, and you know what that means? It's core day. Damn right, of course. That's of course what it means. But more importantly, it's swim wellness workout time! Yeah! How you guys doing? We love core day. Nicole, Dawn, how you doing? Thanks for hopping on. So, I do want to say I'm super pumped that you guys you love the chess. Yesterday I got a few inquiries about more stuff, and hey, that makes me happy because I absolutely love chess. I could cry tears of joy if I had to talk about chess every day, so it's phenomenal. And whatever your avenue is in seeing strategic principles through other things or just something you enjoy, that's you. But chess is mine, so at least one of the major ones. So let's get through the moves and get rocking without further ado. First up, we've got our U-swings, and we haven't done per se U-swings. We've done a few different types of swings. But with you are making a U. Like this. U. A U. So, pretty much just drawing a wide U, if you will, right? U swings, and next up, we'll do it with a pulse. So it's gonna swing, pulse, pulse, pulse. So that extra movement at the end there, that little whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, try not to just go, okay? Try to go, whoop, goo. It's that slight down and up at that hard point of tension that makes it an effective movement, so please keep that in mind. Pulse style. Sprinter sit-ups we know. We love sprinter sit-ups. Usually we do them at the end, but we mix them into the beginning this time to switch it up, get the heart rate up a little. Sprinter sit-ups. Sharpshooter crunches. So with sharpshooter crunches, they're called sharpshooter because you got two shooters. Okay? You're holding them like this. I mean, you can really hold your hands however you want to, just, I think it's fun. So you're going to have your knees bent a lot, right? So again, I'm going to show you this from the side. I think it might be a little more instructive. So here you are, and your knees are in here, okay? You're coming up. Keep the arms straight. Shoot them, hit the toes, okay? That's basically a V toe touch with the legs bent, right? So then next, we're going to unbend them and do our V toe touch. V toe touch. So, do those right after our sharpshooters, and we should be burning at that point. Side suitcase, side suitcase. We've done a few times. Here on your side, and you are suitcase. Suitcase crunch. You're coming up and meeting your knees. You're kind of in a 3/4 stance more than purely on your side for that one, okay? And whenever I say 3/4 stance, I mean you are rolled like that. Okay, so one butt cheek is about fully on the mat. Then we'll rock that other side. Hip rock. Done a lot of hip rocking. You rock the hips up and down, hip rock. Circular style. Now, I think we may have done these one time, but if you're not familiar with the move, you're doing, so this is a great angle because you could see how my knees are moving and my ankles, right? So you're going to go to this side. Notice the knees and ankles are the opposite way. It comes up. So what are we hitting there? A lot of oblique, right? You're lifting a lot with this. Whoop, to get that up there, right? Then you're going to turn at the middle with your butt off and come back down on that butt cheek. Okay? So you're on this glute. You're on both glutes. The other glute. No glutes. No glutes. One glute. Both. One. None. None. One. So we get the picture. okay? So now the way we're going to do it is we're going to go one way. So one, none, none. You're going to pause at the top, go back, down on that one, over to this one, up, middle, pause, go back the other way, okay? So it's like this. Circular style hip rock. That's a good one. And next up, stiff hand foot flutters. So stiff hand foot flutter. You got stiff hands, stiff feet, and they're fluttering. So they go opposite. Hands down, feet up, feet down, hands up. Just like that. Keeping your shoulders off the entire time, right? Stiff hand, foot flutters. Hip twisters. Familiar, friend? You come up and twist those hips. Twist, 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 right? Your butt's off that whole time. Hip twisters. Hip roll, knee pull. All right, so this one, you're gonna roll, knee pull, knee pull. Now you could even just bring that arm forward. Totally cool with that. I think it keeps it nice and fluid. So the side that is pulling in, right, if you will, so the side that your knees are on and your feet when you're about to pull in, that same hand's behind your head, okay? So if it was this side, it would be like this, right? So you're like that, and then, and why? Because, look, this hand has room. Like, what about this hand? You know, it might hit this. You could come like that. If you want, if it's more comfortable, that's up to you. It's preference. But I think one hand behind the head, switch, is pretty good. So that's a new one for you. Hip roll, knee pull, people. Now we have pusher crunch on the menu, but I decided last minute to change it to crunch hold slow eccentric. So you're going to have your feet planted. You're going to come up, hold, and then slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we'll hold it, slow down. Okay? So it's that hold and that slow negative or eccentric movement. Cross feet up downs we've done. You're crossing them and you're going up and down. Cross feet up downs. Easy enough. Pulsed. Can't remember. Pulsed revolving knee pull. So it's like a sprinter sit-up, but, you know, pulsed, and you're kind of just chilling. So, pulse, 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 pulse. Just like that. Keep the shoulders off the ground if you can. Do your best. Pulse, revolving knee pull. Oblique knee elbow. So we'll be in this position for our pulse revolving knee pull, and we will smoothly transition like this, just right there. Look, your arms stay the same, whether you go to this side or this side, okay? So as an example, I'll show you like this, and now the knee just comes to the elbow, just like that, all right? And that's a real good oblique one. You feel that? So I'm laying totally on my side here. I'm totally on my side, all right? And my hands have been behind my head. So when this gets grounded, when you turn, that's how you know you're good, right? And how you should be sitting. So keep that one in mind. Crushing the obliques, baby. Oblique knee elbow. Next up, side lying hip rock. Here's another new one. So we know this is hip rock, right? Now, what do I not want you to do with hip rock? And I don't know that I've ever said this, but look at this. Okay, what's helping you with your movement there? You're swinging your feet to help, you know, leave your legs dead. Ugh. These are just wobbling dead. They don't even move. They don't work. Right? You feel the difference there? Just your core now is pulling up the legs and the hips, right? So please keep that in mind. And as for sideline hip rock, we'll be on our side. And you could keep your elbows like this if you want to. I mean, It doesn't matter, but that's the motion. You're rocking up on your side. You could also just be in a side pose. I kind of like that because putting this arm in front creates more tension in the posterior portions of your obliques, right? More so than the other way, with your hands behind your sideline hip rock. Next up, pulsed oblique thrusters. So we know oblique thrusters, and we know what a pulse is, right? So we will be. So say this left side was up, right? Now it's down, because we do all three at once. And pulse, pulse, pulse. Just like that. Pulse oblique thrusters. Then we'll rock those three moves for the other side. Those being oblique knee pull, side lying hip rock, and 3/4 thruster pulses. And last but not least, plank U swings. So you're in a plank, and you're swinging it up. Swing it up. Make it a U, right? Wide U. And that's all your moves. A lot of moves today. A lot of different moves. I know a lot of jambalaya out there, but we're about to rock it out. What up, True King, Young African, my man, Taku? How you doing, baby? Good to see you on here. Master Dylan Clay, great to see you, my friend. And yes, the sweater, Christmas sweater, matched the jacket very well, so fine job, sir. You could create a new style. You got about, nobody knows what I'm talking about, but you do, so that's all that matters. You got about 1 minute. I'm going to get going here. All right. Oh, look, there's a chess table here. I got there. Perfectly placed. Maybe after, since it's here already, we'll talk about it a little bit, We might as well. Let's have fun, baby. 24 minutes of fun coming your way. We're going straight through. And U swings to start. Let's get ripped today, huh? What do you say? And you're going to come up. Pulse. Pulse. Man, good job. 3 rounds, 8 minutes, going straight through. Sprinter sit up. You're in your sharpshooter. Come up, touch the toes. Your knees can bend into it. Keep your shoulders off the whole time, though. And now you're going to put your legs out. Put them up. Touch your toes. Side suitcase. Cross your legs or not, I don't care. However you feel the most. Other side. hands are dead, right? Let them just sit there. Just your core is pulling up and down. Circular style. To the middle. One butt cheek, both. One, none. On that butt cheek, both. One, none. Now you get it? Stiffen the hands and the feet. Flutter up and down with me. Bring your hips up and twist. And give me the hip roll. Switch arms. Roll onto the other glute. On the other glute. Give me the crunch hold, slow eccentric. 3, 4, down slow. 2, 3, 4. Keep your shoulders off, up. 2, 3, 4. Slowly down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. And get your shoulders off. Cross the feet. Up and down. Right into your pulse, revolving knee pull. And you can smoothly roll right onto one elbow. Bring that knee and hit that other elbow. At least get close to it. Good job, you guys. You're almost done with the first circuit. It's flying by today. We're going straight through. And while you're right here, give me this hand in front, bend the knees, rock the hips up and down. Same side face down, so you're on that elbow. In the other hand, pulse, 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 pulse. Go the other side while we're right here, 3/4 thruster. Then we'll do our oblique knee elbow pull and our side hip rock for this side. So now that side's up. That was just face down. You're pulling the knee to the elbow. Try to keep your foot pointed relatively horizontally, right? Take this arm, put it in front, bend the knees, rock the hips up and down. me. And we're in our second round. One down. Good job. U swings with the feet. The pulse. I'm going slow to maintain good control. I recommend that as well. But you do you. Sprinter. Sharpshooter. Put the feet up here. And bend the knees. Coming into the hands. Now bring them up. About there. Touch the feet. Start with the opposite side as last time. Good job. Then we'll do circular style. Roll it onto one glute, up off, back onto that same one, down on the other one, up. Stiffen the hands and the feet and flutter. Hip twisters. Crunch. Hold. 2, 3. Slowly down. 1, 2, 3. Up. Hold. Slowly down. 1, 2, 3. Up. Hold. Down slow. 1, 2, 3. Swing the hips. Knee pull. Hand behind the head. Opposite. Other hand forward. Switch. I'm rolling onto one glute when I'm rolling. Hip rock again. I think it'll be good after that. Double it this time. Cross feet up, down. Pull and pulse the knees. Oh my God, I know you're tired. I'm dying too. Roll onto the side. Keep your hands here. Pull one here. Bend the legs, hand in front, hip rock. Use your oblique region to lift your legs off. 3/4 thruster, same side. That elbow down, that side's down. Pulse. Pulse. Other side. Pull the knee. Put this arm in front, rock them. Let's go. U swings. Do them in a push-up plank this time. Come up. Swing that side up. That side up. Yeah. Last circuit. Let's go. Regular U swings. 2 down, baby. You guys are doing great. With a pulse. Keep going. Good job. Switch your sit up. Hey, 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 Bend the legs. Pull the knees into your chest. Shoot out. Shoot out.
Put the legs up. Touch them. Come on. Push yourself. Side suitcase. Hey, the worst part is over, you guys. Good job. Keep going. You're almost there. Don't give up. Other side. Hip rock. Circle style. Keep the pace. Stiff flutter. Keep going. Hip twister. Knee pull. Other side. Crunch hold. Hold it. Down slow. And come on. Up. Close for you, Tim. You guys are so close. Keep going. Good work. Pulse knee pull. Good job. On the side. Pull that knee to that elbow. Guys, the worst is way over. Well done. Well done. You're killing it. You got a little less than 2 minutes left. Come on. Bend the legs. This hand in front. Rock the hips. Rock. When you rock up, you should feel your obliques tightening. If you don't, you're doing something wrong, right? And if you want to try to lock your top foot under your bottom, I notice that helps. Do both on the other side. We'll end with lower planks. Knee pull. This hand in front. Rock it. Really try hard to get it up there, right? 3/4 thrusters. Start with that other side. Pulse at the bottom, top. Pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Other side, so you're at the bottom. Pulse, top, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Stay right here. And 30 U's to end. 1, 2, there and backs. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 more. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more for good luck. Ah! Do we ever end coordinate not looking like this? Hell no. Does that mean we didn't work hard enough? Good job. Great, I'm done. What up, Sloppy Joe? How you doing, brother? It's tuning in. You got 40 seconds, a minute. I'll be right back. Get things set up. City. We got our nice handy chest for it right here. Fantastic. Let's see what you guys are looking at here. Check it out. Aren't you guys excited, man? I actually love that a lot of you are. You've been reaching out about this. So really excited and just my absolute pleasure to be able to talk about this with you. All right. Let's see if this is a good angle for today. All right. That should about do it for you guys, huh? I think. So, yesterday, what we were kind of getting into were the basics, right? We were talking about how the pieces move, and to follow up, now that we know how they move, and we've talked about a few objectives, right? Let's straighten this a little more. Today's message, now this is what these are all about. It's not about chess. It's about life. It's about all of life that's approached strategically, seeing universal principles made evident through something else, whether it be examining nature, right, science, like, you know, themes in biology, like we could look at any game, you know, something like Go, anything, you know, and mine is chess, and I'm so happy to be able to share this with you guys. I just love it. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying it, get something out of it. Having said that, now that we know how the pieces move, and we want to put pressure on these 4 central squares to pick up where we left off yesterday. Okay, so what's a big point today I want to talk about is utilizing all of your assets. Now, again, this goes for life, not just chess. And that's obvious, Shane. Everybody always tells me, you know, that's corny since I was a kid. Yeah, use what you got. But do we really use them all? None of us do. And if we did use them all perfectly, we'd be doing pretty damn good. I'll tell you that, pretty damn well. So, chess is similar. If you were to, a good example of first moves are moves like this, where you put a pawn up 2, one of the central pawns to put pressure on one of these central squares, while expanding the potential of the pieces that were behind that pawn, right? So that's good. You see this one as well, right? And now the beautiful thing about chess is you'll never play 2 games in your life that are exactly the same. Millions and millions, tens of millions, billions, different possibilities. From the same first move, I think it's like 600 million possibilities. So you'll never play 2 games that are the same, right? So the point is there's so much variability in what's a good move, what's a good plan, right? And that's where we put our own style into it, and we come up with a good plan while utilizing all of the assets we have, because we're all different. And so you can move the knight to the center, something like that. And if white were to play that, you know, black wouldn't want to make a silly move like this, right? Because if he put his king pawn up 2, where white's knight could just take it, black can't take it back with anything, right? So white would just get it for free. And even if black went to attack it with some move, right, whether it's queen here, you know, or anything, a pawn up, the knight will just come right back, right? And so that wouldn't make any sense for black to do something like that. That'd be silly, right? So common responses are things like this. Black puts their queen pawn up 2. And we won't even get into coordinates yet, you know, maybe another day. But that's a good move for black. Why? It puts pressure on a central square because pawns attack diagonal to what's in front of them, okay? They're the only piece that attacks differently than how it moves. And again, to not confuse anyone, they're the only piece that attacks differently from how it moves. So for example, a knight moves in L shape, right? So it also would take a piece in an L shape, but a pawn moves forward. But if there was a piece in front of a pawn like this, it can't take it. It can only take it if it was on a diagonal, right next to it, this one or this one, a diagonal in front of it. So given that premise, it's a good move to put pressure on the center. That's one reason. Another reason is it expands the potential of this bishop to come out on this diagonal anytime it wants, right? So that's 2 reasons it's good. 3, expands the potential of the queen, right? And 4, it develops a piece. It gets a pawn in the game, right? It gets the piece in the game. So the best move, or at least a good move, a very good move, is usually good for a lot of reasons, right? A few more than one. So if it's only good for one reason, usually that's not the best move. Unless you had something real important you had to take care of, and you had to make that move to prevent checkmate, say, right? So black would do something like that. Now, this is where I want to talk about the principle of today. Using all your assets. Now, what if white were to keep moving this knight around? Would that be good or bad? It wouldn't be good right now. Why? What are all these pieces doing? Nothing. They're all doing nothing. Get everything to do something before you start attacking. Get everything involved. Use all of your assets. Asset, 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 asset. Not used, not used, not used. Being used. So we could get one of the other ones in the game, right? So now say you want to get this one involved. So you're like, I want to get this one involved. So if you're going to get this bishop involved, well, it's blocked by 2 pawns right now, right? It can't come out on any diagonal. So you can move one of the pawns. You could either put this one up, 1, or you can't go up 2 because the bishop will take it, right? So that would be silly. So you can either go up 1, or you can move this one up 1. You don't want to move this up 2 because the pawn will take it. That would be silly, right? So you see how process of elimination, working backwards, makes the decisions easier. Because if from scratch you try to decide the absolute best outcome, you're not a computer, you know. We work backwards, we're human, so it makes it easier. What we know is good is what we do, and what we know is reasonable. And in wanting to utilize all of our assets, it's very reasonable to want to put this pawn up 1 or to put this pawn up 1. So now we'll say we put this up 1 because there's a few purposes here. 1, develops the pawn. 2, opens space for this bishop to come out. Now this bishop can get into the game, right? 3, it puts pressure on a central square, right? And look at this knight move we didn't talk about before. It developed the knight. It put pressure on 2 central squares at once, so that's very good, right? And so if you see a move like that as black, common things you see are just putting this knight out too, right? Or you could put this pawn up too, make space for your other pieces, and we'll play something simple like this. So now, getting all of our assets in the game, are we going to move this again? No! It would have to confer some major advantage. We'll move something else. And so the point is, I want to talk very briefly every day because you don't like to overload any day or anything like that. And I understand a lot of you guys don't love chess as much as I do. I genuinely love chess so much. So I don't want to get carried away because I could talk about it for, 20 hours straight on here and not sleep and just keep talking about it. No, so, I'll go through these kind of quick, but if you saw a pretty standard game like this, look at the principles here, right? I mean, you're moving other pieces before you're moving the same one twice, right? I just want you to see that. Like, why we should develop as much as we can. We should get everything we can out of every resource we have before moving one stupid one around. So very simple principle for today, but it is true, and it also applies to life in all of the assets you have encompassed in your character and everything you've worked to have. Whether it be degrees, specialties in sports, in cooking, any art, anything. You have a lot more assets than you think, and you should utilize all of them instead of just honing in on only one, right? So that's a little something for today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was pretty brief. What's up, Tommy? How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. Who else do we got? We said hi to you and you and you. You guys are great. Thanks a lot. Hey, enjoyed it today. Hit me up, message me if you want to hear some more. I'll happily keep talking about it. It's that Queen's Gambit time, and everybody's been loving to, get into chess recently. So let's enjoy it together and how it relates to life. So more importantly, we got another workout tomorrow. Don't forget about our workouts. It's backpack day, and we'll see you then. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your night. Happy Saturday.